Los Angeles is a sprawling metropolitan, and everybody has an opinion as to what pocket of the city is best. That's why I'm here to tell you that the west side of Los Angeles is the far superior side of LA. First and foremost, it's important to establish what is considered the west side of LA. This is a heated debate for Angelinos since the beginning of time. For this video, and in my opinion, the west side of Los Angeles is anywhere south of the Santa Monica Mountains, north of LAX, and west of Western Blvd, including the separate cities of Santa Monica, Beverly Hills, Culver City, Inglewood, and West Hollywood. This is a vast area with several different neighborhoods, but bear with me. Reason number 1. The weather. The most critical thing that makes the west side of Los Angeles better is the weather. The closer you get to the beach, the cooler it is. The perfect weather is around downtown Culver City because you don't get the perpetual cloud cover 9 months out of the year, but still benefit from the ocean breeze and the marine layer in the mornings and evenings. The east side, particularly downtown, is marred by tons of asphalt and concrete that reflect punishing UV rays. As somebody who loves spending time outside, it is far more pleasant going on long walks when there is a little cloud cover and a breeze. Reason number 2. Better drivability. Next, driving on the west side is better. Yes, the 405 is the bane of most Angelinos' existence. But going east to west is much more tolerable than the jumble of freeways that bleed a slow pace of traffic from downtown. The 10 freeway isn't so terrible, and the thoroughfares of Slauson, Jefferson, Exposition, Wilshire, Pico, Olympic, Venice, and Sunset offer scenic alternatives. The roads on the east side are narrower, hillier, twistier, and bumpier. Which leads me to my third point. Better infrastructure and prettier architecture. The architecture in neighborhoods like the flats of Beverly Hills, Hancock Park, West Adams, View Park, Windsor Hills, Holmby Hills, Baldwin Hills, Cheviot Hills is all stunning. Walking along these tree-lined streets is wonderful year-round. Yes, a big reason the infrastructure is better on the west side can be attributed to discriminatory lawmaking. The west side was initially developed for wealthy white citizens, but nowadays there is plenty of diversity. Reason number 4. The beach. Another reason, and this one is obvious, is the proximity to the beach. Any day of the week, I can hop on my bike and ride a few miles to the ocean. The parks in Los Angeles don't compare to New York City or San Francisco or in other countries, but the one redeeming aspect of the city in terms of park culture is the beach. I love third spaces, being able to go somewhere that is free to hang out and people watch without necessarily having to spend money. Other parks on the west side include Kenneth Hahn State Park, the Baldwin Hills Scenic Overlook, Mar Vista Park, Holmby Park, and a few other small ones. The east side probably has the better parks like Griffith Park, Silver Lake Reservoir, Echo Park, Elysian Park, Barnesdale Art Park, Exposition Park, and a few others. Reason number 5. Better bikeability. Bike riding is better on the west side. There is a protected bike lane along Venice Boulevard from La Cienega all the way to the ocean. The Ballona Creek bike path is a great option as well, where you don't have to worry about traffic at all. There's also the Marvin B bike trail that goes all the way from Will Rogers State Park to Torrance Beach. Reason number 6. It's flat. Personally, I like that a lot of the west side is flat. On the flip side, hills do provide better views and a good workout, so I think I could learn to enjoy the hills if I lived on the east side. Reason number 7. The east side isn't affordable either. One important thing I'd like to note is that a lot of people moved to the east side because it was more affordable. In the 90s to the early 2010s, middle-class couples like my wife and I would be able to afford a starter home in maybe Eagle Rock or Glassell Park. Now, we're dinks with master's degrees and aren't able to start dreaming of buying a house unless we go deep in the Inland Empire or South Central. Reason number 8. Culture. The last and most important reason why the west side is better is the culture. The east side hubs are too artsy. It feels like everybody's trying to be a creative, or at least pretending to be a creative, posing as a starving artist while making $20,000 a month working at a corporation. On the west side, people are proud to boast that they work at Google, Apple, or one of the Fortune 500 tech companies at Silicon Beach. People drive around drinking Celsius Energy in their Cybertrucks, playing Fred Again from their speakers with their windows down. So, why would anybody want to live on the east side? Why does my wife keep telling me she likes the east side better and I'm elitist and racist? I'll be honest, the east side has younger people. The going out culture is cooler. Places like 4100 Bar, Cha-Cha Lounge, and Ye Rustic Inn are better if you like a rowdier and younger crowd with reasonably priced drinks. On the west side, the nightlife is mostly clubs like Bungalow or music venues on the Sunset Strip. The strips of shopping and eating are more atmospheric on the east side. Atwater Village is cute. Hillhurst Avenue and Vermont Avenue and Los Feliz are vibey. Little Tokyo and the Arts District are moody and aesthetic and good for Instagram photo opportunities. My argument against all these neighborhoods is that these strips are less than a mile long, and if you're on foot, once you're out of these neighborhoods, you're surrounded by gross concrete and nonstop traffic. On the west side, you could tuck into a neighborhood and be surrounded by the gorgeous and unique architecture that Los Angeles has to offer. The west side has its flaws: the 405, tech bros and wellness influencers, pricier restaurants, but it's got the better geography, culture, and weather, which can't be replicated no matter how modernized, regenerated, and upgraded the east side becomes.